Hey-oh!
Do you see me? How are you fast? Feel your senses betrayed.
So what is going on, guys? It's Triple G here, back with another Borderlands 3 video, and today we're going through our Flak build for the raid boss. As you can see from the footage, it has a tremendous amount of damage just for a very little amount of effort. Guys, if you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing to the channel or join us over on Twitch. We stream 5 times a week, and otherwise, let's get straight into this video. So our Flak build is all about being an absolute damage output machine. We are going full glass cannon here, and we are aiming to kill the boss before anything else can kill us. You saw from the footage, we have a tremendous amount of damage, but that does come from a cost. But I will show you some ways, if you are struggling to stay alive, how you can mitigate some of those issues. So the first thing we're going to do is going to go through this skill tree. So in terms of the green streak, we're going to go all the way to the bottom and cap it. Now this is going to give us a little bit of gun damage, but it's also going to give us some survivability and critically give us lick the wounds. If we cannot find an enemy to give us fight for your life, then we are going to be able to have our pet revive us. We're also going to be taking gorillas in the mist here and unblinking eye, because we are going to be using the stack bot, so we will increase our damage through this way. In terms of the purple treat, there are no skills here that I wanted to take at all. And then in terms of the blue treat, we're going to go down to the second row and pick up a few points into frenzy so that we have that little bit of damage extra. Then in the red tree, pretty much a classic red tree all the way to the bottom, picking up the usual suspects. Now there is the potential, if you wanted to use this build, to switch to, like, say, a bounty hunter and use on rack and use an action skill start. You could do that, but I do feel like you are losing out on a tremendous amount of damage. Then in terms of the weapons themselves, it's all going to be about consecutive hits, and it's never been easier to get consecutive hits because of the reroll anointments. Now the shield that we are using here is the Revolter. Now this is a DLC 6 shield that drops from the sumo boss in the new Promethean area. Now, if you don't have DLC 6, you are going to lose out on a little bit of damage with this build. However, that you can still use a Frozen Heart or a stopgap with action skill start here. That will give you some more crowd control, give you some more survivability, but what you will give up is a little bit of damage. Then I have a stack bot here with weapon and assault rifle damage, as I'm going to be using the Monarch the majority of the time. I have a pearl here again. I would like a level 65. I just don't have one on this character. And then I'm going to be using an It's Piss. Now, you can use any grenade, but I do recommend that you use an on grenade thrown. Just get into the habit of throwing that grenade, making sure your gun's reloaded, and then putting onto your fadeaway. Once you have got your fadeaway locked onto a target, just power through with the Monarch, and you should be able to get that raid boss down to his full next phase. If it is the red bar, the flesh bar at the end, you may just kill him in one burst. And if you have killed the one part of the raid boss, then flick to Vermi or flick the other way around, because if you still have your fadeaway active, the stack bot is still charged, and therefore you still have a tremendous amount of damage whilst your fadeaway is active. Another thing to note here as well, if you are on cooldown for your fadeaway, just shoot at the boss. We have head count, so we will be charging our action skills up really fast, and majority of the time in this fight you will be in fadeaway. On average, I would say it probably takes anywhere between 3 and 4 minutes to kill Vermi with this build. However, you are going to have to balance survivability. I can't urge that enough. You are a glass cannon. You are going to be able to do absolutely incredible amounts of damage, but you are going to go into fight for your life. Now, that isn't necessarily a problem. There are a couple of ways that I've touched on that you can kind of remedy that. You can use a action skill start stopgap, which will give you some immunity for a while. You could take the pearl off, for example, and give yourself a last stand. For example, you can maybe go last stand victory rush or something like that to give yourselves that little bit of immunity, keep you alive a little bit longer. Because remember, all the damage is going to be coming from the stack bot and when you're in fadeaway itself. So guys, that is it for today's video. If you have enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing to the channel or join us over on Twitch. We stream 5 times a week, and otherwise, I'll catch you on the flip.